regular won't leave me alone. For context, I work in a bar and I have since I was legal to work in one, which is 20 here. I worked for a year before quitting to focus on my studies. That didn't go very well, and I ended up working anyways in crazy places, which is a story for another time. But point is, while I was working at the bar the first time, I became very good friends with a lot of the regulars. Although they were all in their late 40s and mid 50s, they were very nice to me and were never inappropriate. In fact, they would protect me from creeps who would try and hit on me. Safe to say, when I returned back to the bar in December, a lot of the regulars were very happy to have me back. A big part of my job is entertaining customers and talking to them so that they stay at the bar and order another drink. Sometimes of course I don't want to talk to certain people, or a customer is being a dick to me because I'm young and they don't respect me or believe that someone like me has any value. But most of the time, the customers are very nice and I genuinely enjoy speaking to them when they come in. One of the regular customers, let's call him JJ, is one of my boss's friends and I've known him since I started working at the bar. He always brings his two dogs, Maria and Cindy, and is kinda a weirdo, but since he's friends with my boss we have to be nice to him. Obviously, since I'm the only staff member who can speak fluent English, I usually end up being the one talking to customers, including JJ. So naturally I grew to learn a little bit more about him and even ask him about things in his life the next time he comes into the bar. Again, this is my job to remember and know things about these people so they stay. JJ usually also likes to treat us to pizza and beers as well when he's in the bar, so we don't particularly hate him. However, the first time I worked in the bar he had a girlfriend. A while ago they broke up and since then JJ has been bringing random girls to the bar. Again, none of our business. He can do whatever he wants. Even when he had a girlfriend he was always kinda a little creepy, making strange comments sometimes, but we just played it off, and him being an older man in his 50s and being a little tipsy, so he doesn't 100 get how wrong things sound. I'm not saying it's okay, but it's our job. Ever since I came back to the bar in December, JJ has been bringing his creep game to the max. He had found me on Instagram. My account is public for work reasons, not related to this job, and started stalking my stories. That itself is not creepy, and again, my account is public and I have other way creepier guys stalking my account, but what is creepy is how he's constantly trying to hang out with me outside of work. Now I do have a few customers who have become friends of mine, and sometimes after my shift we'll go have a drink or two outside of work hours or go grab lunch or dinner on a day off. This guy is not one of them. My uniform is a little revealing, consisting of a corset and a short skirt, but nobody has ever had a problem with it or leered at me while wearing it. It's just part of the theme. However, one day JJ walked into the bar and I sat there talking with him as per usual when I got a notification on my phone. He pointed towards it and told me I got a notification, so I thanked it and quickly took a look at the message. It was JJ privately DMing me on Instagram asking me why you look too sexy today. He has also continued to send me messages whenever I post myself on my stories or wherever I am, if I'm out with friends at a bar or club or even just at a friend's place. I do my best to ignore his messages as much as possible, but don't want him to stop coming to the bar or have a problem with me, then tell my boss in fear I might get fired. Things started to get even worse one day when he saw me at a mall near my work and he messaged me asking me what I was doing at the mall. Obviously, he doesn't fucking own the mall and I have a life outside of the bar, so I said I was just out. He had asked if we could hang out sometime as he likes to bring the dogs to the park and it gets lonely. I was unsure and said I wasn't sure as I'm a very busy person. I study and work full time. He said he didn't mind if we just hung out in a cafe while I studied either, and I politely said we'll see. Then every once in a while he would message me sending me a restaurant or cafe that opened up saying we should go try this and whatnot. I would always blow him off in hopes that he would just take a hint that I don't want to be around him outside of work. My last straw was when he came to the bar. We were speaking normally, no creepy vibes or whatever, and he told me we should hang out again. At this point I'm tired of this, but I'm at work so I am being paid to be nice. So I say let's see. I'm a very busy girl. I chose the word girl, not woman, by the way, to put emphasis on the fact that I am almost 30 years younger than this man and am young enough to be his daughter. He said okay and left the bar after he finished his beer. Later that night I was working and got a notification from him. I obviously opened it with my co-workers to see what creepy shit he was sending this time. This 52-year-old man had invited me, a 23-year-old, to go to his apartment alone. I obviously did not respond and threw my phone in disgust on the counter. It had gone way too far. I'm now not sure what to do, if I should tell my boss about this or if I should stay quiet, block and ignore this man and hope he never brings it up to me in person. He does know where I work after all. For now I am avoiding him as much as possible when he comes to the bar, but he still comes to my section and tries to talk to me. Note, I did try to lie to him and pretend I had a boyfriend, which somehow made him message and talk to me more. So I'm really lost.